Well, I think it starts with a number of different things. They have it starts with him. I mean, he obviously knows what he's doing. He's really good. Been good for a long time. So, it's a good place to start with a great coach. But the fan base is engaged. And they get 17,000 every night. They're in a great league, very competitive basketball league with great interest, with a great TV package, and he's got a terrific staff. Really good guys working for him. And I think his culture is exactly what you want if you're at a place that aspires to be great like Creighton.
Next question is from Tyler Tashman.
Fran, hope you're doing well. Riley Mulvey wasn't in uniform on Friday. I was wondering if you could just provide an update on his status.
Yeah, we're going to redshirt him.
Next question is from Tom Caker.
They're kind of potential All-American guys and the challenge they present.
Well, they're both obviously really good, but they're veteran guys too. So they understand the moment. They can make plays at crunch time, both offensively and defensively. I think they play both ends. They're confident, aggressive scorers who guard and I think understand how to win. So a great challenge for us.
Next question is from Chad Leistico.
Hey, good morning, Fran. You guys, a lot of new faces on this team. First road challenge of the year. What do you want to see out of your young guys going into what's obviously going to be a pretty difficult environment?
Yeah, you just want them to play the game the right way, do what they do, stay with the game plan. I think that young group is a resilient group. They have to understand that it's okay to make a mistake, come back from it. They've shown the ability to do that, both in high school and so far in the games we've played and scrimmages and so forth. So it's part of the growth process. I mean, I'm going to play them all. I'm going to play them all a fair amount. So I'm kind of excited for them.
Next question is from Elliot Clough.
There we go. Good morning, Fran. So going into this game after 3 contests against Division II and then a couple mid-major, low-major programs on the road against Creighton on a Tuesday, is the preparation any different going into this one?
No, we take every team the same way. It's our next opponent, and they present different challenges. They're all Division I players. They're all in full scholarship. I thought the games we played so far, going back to the scrimmage, I mean, really well coached teams. So we didn't address Creighton until after the Alabama State game, and I'm sure Creighton handles it the same way.
Tyler?
When guarding ball screen action, it seemed like Ben was mostly like hard hedging. Just curious about the logic behind that, and if you foresee being able to switch on the perimeter in those ball screen actions with him.
We'll switch sometimes. We'll hedge sometimes. We'll flat shadow sometimes. We'll trap sometimes. We'll do all of that.
Chad?
Yeah, it's a pretty great stab between Brock Harding, Desante Bowen, and Josh Dix. I think you're 28-5 assist to turnover ratio. I guess how proud are you of what they've been able to do so far in terms of distributing and not turning it over, which is obviously key for your offense?
Absolutely, Chad. Yeah, I'm very proud of those guys. They've worked very hard. Going back to the summertime to assimilate into our offense. Obviously, Brock, Josh and Desante have been here, so they kind of knew what to expect. But they also knew that it was, an opportunity for them to to move forward, and they knew they were going to get more playing time and be more involved. That's what they expected. Now you have to go out and do it, and they've done it. And I've been really impressed with them, not only in that area, which is, if you're going to play the point, arguably the most important area, but you've got to defend as well. And those guys have done a good job with that.
Tyler,
Going on to that, I'm curious. I mean, your teams typically have low turnovers, but you play at such a fast pace offensively. Is there something you teach that allows you guys to play fast but not turn it over? How does that kind of happen?
It's something that we talk about regularly, Tyler. We're going to play fast, and we're going to let the players play free and just go make plays. So we trust them implicitly, and they'll never trust themselves if they don't feel that from the head coach. So we encourage them to make plays, but we also understand that we've got to move the ball. You can't come down the floor every time and hit a home run. You move the ball, you drive the ball, you pass the ball, and you constantly make decisions that are in the best interest of the team. It starts with those three guys you mentioned. They're character guys. They want to win. And they understand the game, and they understand the anatomy of the game and the flow of the game. So we're going to work on that. And two things I just said: the anatomy of the game, the flow of the game. Okay, what's the time and score? We on the road, we at home. Are we in the bonus? Are they in the bonus? We have somebody who's cooking. We got to get them the ball. So it's never about the individual. It's about the team. And as long as you're moving the ball and sharing the ball, not only, we're not going to turn it over, we're going to have, 27 assists on 33 baskets like we had the other night.
Chad,
Last one for me. I just wanted to ask about Peyton Sanford. I'm thinking back to the game at Rutgers last year where he was just on fire, but also just looking at his stats, I think he's averaging a double-double. So I guess, number one, could he be your leading rebounder this year? The way, from that position, and also, how important is he in a road environment like this? Because he can get hot, and carry you guys at times.
Yeah, I think, what he's doing offensively, I think everybody sort of expected that. Certainly he did. He's an incredibly hard worker. But he also recognized that, if we were going to start, Ben, Patrick, and that he was going to have to rebound the ball the way he has been. It's really been impressive, Chad. You're right. I mean, he goes to the glass offensively, and he keeps balls alive that maybe he can't even get to that impact the game. So that's been impressive, along with the fact that I can still swing him into the backcourt or to the small forward position. He's really smart, so he knows all those spots. Just an incredible weapon. And I think, as we move forward and play teams like Creighton, he'll be absolutely critical.
all right, Coach, last question here will be from Mike Cloth.
Fran, especially against a team like Creighton that shoots the three so well, what is the key for your team to play good three-point defense?
Well, Mike, it's total engagement. You can't relax off the ball ever. You got to guard the ball initially, and there's going to be ball screen action. They run really good stuff, whether it be to get jumpers for guys or to get low post action for the big fellow. They've got a really good plan when they come down the floor. So it's five guys working together collectively and understanding that, it's not necessarily my job to stop this guy this time. We have to try to stop them because they spread it around. You don't know who's going to be the leading scorer on any given day. They got a lot of guys that could be that person. Especially since the guys they brought in from last year, and the guys they have back. But even the guys off the bench, they can all score. So you got to really communicate, and you really have to be together, because when you're in a road environment and it's loud, You know, it's just you 5 guys out there that have to understand, okay, what actions are coming. You know, you may or may not get a play call, and even then it might be a counter. So it's not like you're worried about that. It's recognizing actions and playing it accordingly and doing that consistently. And that's quite frankly the hardest thing defensively whenever you're playing a really talented team. But that's what this game is for.
All right. Thank you for